A lovely 4-year-old girl child recites the Pledge of Allegiance. Normal people sit, watch, and listen and think, how sweet, but not CBS. The little girl's 30-second performance has been deemed too political for the public airwaves, so CBS has refused to run it. What in the heck has happened to us, friends? How did our society get to a place where, in order to avoid giving offense, a major media outlet refuses to air a video of a child reciting the pledge? But there's even more happening every single day that indicates that we Americans seem to have abandoned the yellow brick road in favor of the highway to stupidity. Oh, did I just give offense by saying stupidity? How stupid of me. Try wrapping your mind around this one. A United States soldier, an officer, is told that he cannot wear his military fatigues to his daughter's high school because they're afraid that would offend some students. Or how about this one? A little boy in elementary school is suspended for biting into a pastry, and as a result, the pastry looked like a handgun. He got suspended. Another little boy in elementary school points his finger at a playmate and says, bang, bang. You already know what happened. He got suspended too. Or what about those high school kids who are told by their schools never to come to school wearing a t-shirt emblazoned with the American flag? And why is that? You guessed it, so as to avoid giving offense. Now, if you really want to talk about giving offense, check this out. Just this week, in one school, an assignment to middle schoolers was to compare Adolf Hitler to, you guessed it, George W. Bush. Well, little surprise there. If you want to see something really offensive, do a Google image search for Bush/Hitler. Now, when it comes to dumbing down an entire generation of young people, it's hard to beat this one. In Massachusetts, a school principal calls off honors night so as not to, you guessed it, give offense to those students who didn't make the honor roll. And, of course, to ensure that we don't give offense to anyone, the use of the accurate term illegal immigrant is now considered to be evidence of hatred wedded to bigotry. And, of course, so that we don't give offense to terrorists, all of our government's documents have been rewritten so that the accurate description Islamic terrorist appears nowhere. All such references have been changed to read extremists. I'm extremely happy today. So am I one of the extremists our leaders are talking about? I wonder. For an example of extreme political correctness, you can't beat this one. When Major Hassan killed 13 people and injured 30 others in 2009, our government told us that what he did was not motivated by anything other than a general ill-defined job-related hatred, rather than the truth of the matter, which is that Major Hassan, as he killed and injured all those unarmed and defenseless soldiers, was screaming Allahu Akbar as he did so. The government's description of his actions? You guessed it, workplace violence. My friends, we hear the cry of "Take Back America" a lot these days. Far-left progressives, of course, consider that cry to mean that we want to return to a time when neither blacks nor women could vote and gays were treated horrifically. No, that is not what "Take Back America" means. For a small peek at what it means, consider the topics we've been discussing here so far. Those of us who want our America back want what was best of what once was, not the worst. And we would prefer to live in an America where the things I mentioned here are not part and parcel of our everyday experience, and where a 4-year-old girl's rendition of the pledge isn't considered too political for the public airwaves. Good grief, is there any hope? Well, of course there is. I believe that as we witness more and more of this absurd nonsense in our society and in our government, Many Americans are ready to reject much of what they are seeing and hearing. And I think the time is ripe for a new motto. Not change, but change is not a policy. Identifying, enlisting, and supporting the very best of which, since 1776, has made of this place we call the United States of America the greatest hope for humankind on earth. Now, that's a policy. Here's my disclaimer. The things I've said here are my opinions. If your opinions are at variance with my own, well then, welcome to America, the land of the free and the brave.